little snow. That pretty much sounds like me doing karaoke last night. I think my voice is shot. Back, Reality Redemption, episode 50.
Okay, first off, happy 50th. 50 years old.
50.
Leg kicking. That's what I always think of when I think of 50. Anyways, we're not 50 years old, obviously, but
Speak for yourself.
You are. I'm still a spring chicken. But I am so jealous that you went to karaoke, and I'm so jealous that guy actually does a better Cartman than me, and I'm so sad because I always thought I was great at Cartman.
I absolutely blew out my voice because I can't sing, so I was doing like everything like James Hetfield from Metallica. Yeah.
Hey, that works. You were like,
just a small town boy.
Oh my God. Did you sing that? Is that one of them that you sang?
It's a good thing my friend wasn't videotaping it or anything like that.
Oh my gosh.
That would have been so embarrassing.
I wish that she would have. That would be fun to watch today.
Yeah, so again, this is another improvised episode. We had a couple things lined up this week that fell through.
Just scheduling difficulties.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah. One was supposed to be really good. We're supposed to have Sarah R. Adams on, and she's speaking at the UFO conference next week.
Oh yeah, I've been like really wanting to do our interview with her too. Like just
there was like something like she came here from another dimension and she was deposited here and
yeah. And because, like, you know, not that I don't find, like, UFOs and all that interesting, but I'm not, like, super into it. So I thought, I mean, not like how some people are, like, where they go to conventions and everything. I mean, I do find it a very interesting topic. So I was super excited about, like, maybe learning a little bit more about these UFO enthusiasts.
Right. And then next month a report comes out from the Pentagon stating whether they think UFOs are extraterrestrials or not. And from what I'm hearing is the report is not going to have any evidence that these weird spaceships that are making these maneuvers in the air that our planes wouldn't be able to do. So they're saying it's not going to prove it. It's not going to disprove it either. It will say that these aren't U.S. aircraft that are, test aircraft. Because I guess these things move in a way that just our aircraft wouldn't be capable of doing. But it could be another country's aircraft, like China or Russia.
Right. Okay, I'm not ruling out any possibilities, And I think that's what makes this such a fascinating topic, too. Like, my only thing is if there are like alien UFO aircraft or crafts out there, spacecrafts, then how come they've never touched down? Like, I mean, well, supposedly people say that they have.
How do we know they haven't? How do we know there's aliens among us?
I know, like I know. How do we know that we don't really live in Men in Black? I
mean, come on. Walk down the street.
Sometimes
of
I
this
feel
town,
like I live on another planet.
Right.
Oh my God, I had to deal with the city office, the city of Kingman office this week, and the county. And both of them, first off, they need to pay those people more so those people aren't such dickwads on the phone. I'm just going to say it. I'm like, I felt like asking the woman that. You must get paid really shitty to behave like this. You must not give a shit. You must get paid so crappy that you don't care about the way that you talk to a customer calling in, And then she only pissed me off more, But, yeah, sometimes I feel like if people want to see aliens and all that, like extraterrestrial energy, if they want to feel that kind of stuff, come on to Kingman. Come to Kingman. It's a whole nother world. Like, you know what else cracked me up, like, real quick, when I had to call both of the city and county offices? I'm like, This was like the thing I got out of it. I'm like, they act as if they just got the internet yesterday. Like they have like no clue of really what they're doing. And I hate to say this. I hate to even, because I feel like I'm just bagging on people.
But wouldn't that make them not aliens, though? Because their technology would be far superior. So you think they would be able to handle it?
Maybe aliens aren't smarter than us. I don't know. I mean, everybody always just says they've got to have a way higher intelligence than us. How do you know? How do they know, though?
You know what we should have done? I mean, we both just came back from Vegas this afternoon. Should have just gone out to Area 51 and done this out there. Just from the outskirts.
Yeah, but this is not episode 51. Maybe for episode 51, since it would be next Saturday, we should do that. That's an idea.
Go out to Area 51.
And then we try to get Sarah to come on. Like, maybe by then she'll be like, maybe she'll get back to you. Maybe she is in a different dimension right now and just can't get back to us.
I didn't think of that.
And then when she gets back to this dimension, she's going to be like, okay, I'm available, at this time. And maybe it would actually be better to talk to her then, because that is actually the end of the convention. And I want to kind of ask someone who already knows a lot about this, like, hey, did you learn anything new? Was there anything that, like, you didn't know before going into this that you're like, wow, this was like really beneficial to have this? Or was it just like a sharing of idea? I don't know.
So the UFO conference in Laughlin starts next Saturday, June 12th.
No, it actually starts tomorrow.
Starts tomorrow?
It starts tomorrow and it ends on the 12th. Yeah.
Okay.
Because I tried to use those passes for Laughlin so we could go down and talk to these cool folks. But they are sold out, folks.
Wow.
People are like, COVID is over. I need to go learn about aliens and UFOs. Getting back really quick to the UFO thing, though. You know what I've always thought that it was? Like the Area 51 and whatnot. I just always thought that it was areas where they could just where they have a shit ton of weapons. Like, that's where they keep...
yeah. Most likely that's why it's Area 51.
Like, that's why it's so secretive.
It's test weapons that they don't want. That's why it's restricted airspace, so they don't want anybody to see what's going on.
And like, that's why they want to keep it so secretive.
Right.
And then that's why some people are like, oh my God, they have aliens and UFOs in
Okay.
there.
Well, if anybody wants to come on and discuss aliens, it's Reality Redemption on Instagram and Facebook.
Doors open, folks.
Also coming up June 19th, down at Cecil Park here in Kingman, there's a Mojave Pride event, followed by a Juneteenth cookout.
No way.
That day, yeah.
Cool.
I think I have a couple people that want to come on to promote that over the next couple of weeks, but that was Juneteenth celebration is 3 p.m. Cecil Park here in Kingman, and I think you can find details on Facebook on that. Just want to mention that because it is Pride Month. I'm also wearing my Pride shirt today, on our Pride Month.
Equality.
Yep. God, do you remember when they had the Pride event here 2 years ago, and we had the really good turnout for that?
Yeah.
Which was really surprising, being this area.
That was when I got my first pair of love glasses.
Oh, yeah.
Tara's glasses?
Tara.
Yeah, because they had the ones for Pride. Also, the rainbow ones, the rainbow hearts.
I should have, again, we're unprepared because we had a couple of subjects we wanted to do and we're going to get to in the next near future, and they're going to be really great episodes. The Mark Niski scholarship was awarded last week.
Who got it?
I believe it was split between one person at Lee Williams and another one at Kingman High School. I don't have the names in front of me because I'm not prepared, but that was given out.
Congratulations, students.
The Pride Festival reminded me that Mark Niski was down there signing people up for the Free Thinkers group. And I think you still find Kingman Freethinkers on Facebook if anybody's interested in that. Let's see, what else was going on this week? You mentioned something about Mike Pence.
Oh, yeah. So did you happen to hear his speech where he's
Mike Pence's? No.
So he did this speech about how we need to get over the insurrection. He was someone who they were like, hang Mike Pence, hang Mike Pence. But he's like, we need to get past this, blah, blah, blah. My theory is they want to get past this because they realize that this is like a sinking ship. So I bet you anything he was told, you need to like go give this speech and like, who cares if they threaten your life? Like our party is going to die if we don't somehow fix this, sweep everything under the rug. I don't know if this strategy is going to work, though. Here's my thoughts. I'm like, you know what? All the Democrats need to do in 2022, when they play their ads, why don't they just run their ads that say, okay, people are very motivated by fear. If you just ran your ads and were like, you know, vote for me, I'm a Democrat, because what are the Republicans hiding? Keep putting that in people's heads. What are they hiding by not allowing for an investigation into January 6th? What are they hiding from you? What are they hiding? Corruption, mention all that stuff, because obviously they are just trying to save the ship from sinking. They're trying to save the Titanic.
Well, Pence's, I guess, argument for saying that is he wants to run for president in 2024. So if Trump doesn't decide to run again, he can try to get that backing of that side, because the Republicans are at the point where you're not going to get a sane one in there that's going to talk down on Trump, because you still, the support for Trump is still so high in that party that people will sell their souls to the devil no matter what.
Okay, so people who went from wanting to hang Mike Pence,
Oh,
they're going to turn around and vote for him.
They have short memories. Come on.
I know that, but still, I'm like, that is like his thought process it cracks me up. I'm not saying that it might not work for him, but like,
no, you're not even going to get a Mike Pence, even though Pence is out there too. Kind of funny we're talking about Mike Pence on Pride Month.
Because someone needs to step out of the closet.
Come out of the closet, Tom.
Come out of the closet, Tom. About Scientology. They always do that, like at the end. Come out of the closet, Pence. About you wanting to run for president.
Scientologists, that's a weird bunch there.
Mm-hmm. I don't even want to discuss them. Like, they're really weird. You know, when they talk about lizard people, maybe those are lizards.
Yeah.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. I guess this is perfect for a UFO podcast.
I'm like, maybe Scientologists are the reptile people.
Because don't they believe that, you know, it was some kind of aliens that came down and whatever the Scientologist thing is?
Their whole religion is based off of that L. Ron Hubbard who wrote Dianetics. So it's based off of this. Have you ever seen him too? I mean, he's dead now, but he's odd person. I'm like, how did this guy get so many followers? But that's the way that cults work.
Well, yeah.
That's how cults work. You're just like, and have you ever noticed how cult leaders are always like these massive narcissists that like need this following in order to feel better? And then it seems like when they just don't want to do it anymore, time to drink the cyanide Kool-Aid. I've had my fun.
Drink the Kool-Aid, raid the Capitol, you know, whatever.
Right, yeah, that's a cult too.
Let's see here. On May 31st, it was the 100th anniversary of the Tulsa Massacre. Did you see or hear Biden's speech on that?
Yes, it was. I got very verklempt in him talking. Like, I was like, this is amazing.
Okay.
First off, it's amazing that we finally had a president after 100 years. I mean, he even mentioned that he was the first president to visit.
Right, and he didn't do it as an ego thing, because he said that he just said it's time that we
did it
talk
as
about.
like, this needs to be addressed, people.
Anyway, so we're killing some time here. Here's a little bit of that speech.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Katie Hobbs, and I'm running for governor of Arizona.
Katie Hobbs is running for governor.
Arizona is ready for new leadership.
We'll play this
and
first.
We're ready for a Democratic governor. So will you help me flip the governor's seat
Way to
from
go
red
on
to
the
blue
clips,
and
MJ.
ship you to be a founding donor to our campaign today?
It's an ad.
Thank you so much.
I know, I do like Katie Hobbs. I'll vote for you.
Barbershops, tailors, the things that make up a community.
Okay, we'll let this go.
At the Dreamland Theater, a young black couple holding hands, falling in love. Friends gathered at music clubs and pool halls. At the Monroe Family Roller Skating Rink. Visitors staying in hotels like the Stratford. All around, black pride shared by the professional class and the working class, who lived together side by side for blocks on end. Mother Randall was just 6 years old. 6 years old, living with her grandma. She said she was lucky to have a home and toys and fortunate to live without fear. Mother Fletcher was 7 years old, the second of 7 children, the youngest being Mr. Van Ellis, was just a few months old. The children, former sharecroppers, when they went to bed at night in Greenwood, Mother Fletcher says they fell asleep rich in terms of the wealth, not real wealth, but a different wealth, a wealth in culture, and community, and heritage. But one night changed everything. Everything changed. While Green was a community to itself, it was not separated from the outside. It wasn't everyone, but there was enough hate, resentment, and vengeance in the community. Enough people who believed that America does not belong to everyone, and not everyone is created equal. Native Americans, Asian Americans, Hispanic Americans, Black Americans, a belief enforced by law, by badge, by hood, and by noose that speaks to that lit the fuse. It lit it by the spark that it provided. A fuse of fury was an innocent interaction that turned into a terrible headline allegation of a black male teenager attacking a white female teenager. A white mob of 1,000 gathered around the courthouse where the black teenager is being held, ready to do as still occurred, lynch that young man that night. But 75 black men, including black veterans, arrived to stand guard. Words were exchanged, then a scuffle, then a shots fired. Hell was unleashed. Literal hell was unleashed. Through the night and into the morning, the mob terrorized Greenwood, torches and guns, shooting at will. A mob tied a black man by the waist to the back of their truck with his head banging along the pavement as they drove off. A murdered black family draped over the fence of their home outside. An elderly couple knelt by their bed praying to God with their heart and their soul when they were shot in the back of their heads. Private planes dropping explosives. The first and only domestic aerial assault of its kind on an American city, here in Tulsa. 8 of Greenwood's nearly 24 churches burned like Mount Zion across the street at Vernon AME. Mother Randall said it was like a war. Mother Fletcher says all these years later, she still sees black bodies around. The Greenwood newspaper publisher, A.J. Smitherman, penned a poem of what he heard and felt that night. And here's the poem. He said, "Kill them, burn them, set the pace, teach them how to keep their place. Reign of murder, theft, and plunder was the order of the night. That's what he remembers in the poem that he wrote.
Now, why? What did you learn about that? How many years ago did you actually learn about what happened in Tulsa?
I watched a documentary probably like 5 years ago. I think it might have been like a Frontline documentary or Dateline, but it was about. It was called Black Wall Street, and it was about what happened in Tulsa, and it was the saddest documentary I had ever seen, because like at the end of the documentary too, the people, both the white people and the black people who were historians in Oklahoma who were speaking about this issue, said that for all those years, like, neither side ever wanted to talk about it. They kind of just, God, I'm sorry. They kind of just forgot, like, didn't want to remember. And, like, now that I hear, like, because they didn't go into detail on when Biden's sitting there talking about, like, I can see that, like, I wasn't even there, but, like, you could see, like, the bodies draped over their outside fence, like, and then the old people, like, that get shot. How can you, I'm addressing my white friends right now, how can you listen to something like that and it does nothing to you? Like, how does that happen? Like, I'm saying on a human level, okay, I get that maybe some of you don't want to hear these stories because you don't want to have to think about what happened, and you always make up the excuse that, like, well, it was long ago. I wasn't there. Why am I being punished for that? That is not the point of it. I don't ever feel punished for what other white people did by stories like this coming out. I more take it as, like, we are supposed to learn from history. So, because there is a saying called history repeats itself. So, in order to make changes for the better, so that we don't do things like this anymore, but how can you guys listen to that? I mean, maybe when he starts saying the first thing that you don't like, that's when you just go and turn it off. How can you listen to that and, like, as humans, it doesn't do anything to you, that it's like, that's not fucking fair. Like, that's how when I hear stuff like that, I'm like, it's not fair. Because I used to work with this guy that would sit there and defend the Klan. He's like, now he's from Kentucky. He's a white guy from Kentucky, you know, and he was like, he's since retired, but he's like, they just wanted to be left alone. Then what, like, fuck you. You're a liar. You're a liar, because all these stories that I keep hearing where the Klan was a bunch of good guys that wanted to be left alone. They wanted to be able to do their white things. Why are they going and bombing neighborhoods like this? Right. You know, there's stories of, okay, when I went to the National Civil Rights Museum, there's a story of a woman who would come from Canada in her car and come down when race issues got really bad in the United States in the 60s. She'd come down and rescue black people and take them to Canada. She got murdered in her car, and so did the passengers. But guess by who? The Klan. Like, really? If you guys are sitting there saying, I don't believe your bullshit. Like, you want to control things, and you're mad because you're not allowed to own people anymore.
Right. And going back to what you said there, that there's one thing that it just boggles your mind is American planes dropped bombs on an American city, on American citizens.
Yeah. You couldn't just leave them alone. Like, they were a thriving community. Yeah. You couldn't just let them thrive. You couldn't just let them, no, it did something to you to know that black people were successful. Then it threatened you somehow. Why?
Right. And it was their own little community that they built up amongst themselves, not disturbing anyone over some misunderstanding by a teenager.
Yeah, and it's just disgusting because it's like, yes, things have in some ways gotten better, but in other ways, like when President Biden told the story of the black man chained at the waist and dragged, that's a little similar to what happened to the guy in Louisiana.
Yeah. I mean,
And by the police, guys.
This is nothing new. And
like,
God, who knew this was going to get so heavy on this?
Right. Well, I mean, it should get heavy. Stuff like this should get heavy. You should be like, because I am a white person. MJ's a white person. When we hear stuff like this, we don't ever want to have it happen again. Like, we want to make things like where America is for everyone. Like I keep saying, everyone gets a seat at the table, you know? Like, we got to work together. Like, that's how you have a successful country.
Well, even here, the people that are organizing the Juneteenth cookout on the 19th, 3 p.m., they get such pushback when they try to post it on the community pages in this town. You know, it's all the, well, how come there isn't a white pride day? And, you know, all that typical stuff that shows that, yeah, when you say something like that, you're a racist. Whether you think you are or not, maybe you're just unaware, but that's just racist. When, God, who posted this? It was Memorial Day. And the guy thought a good Memorial Day post would be a post of a street sign from somewhere saying, F. George Floyd, Veterans' Lives Matter. What does one have to do with the other?
Why can't both of their lives matter?
And this guy is called out.
Like, we either need to pick this or this. Is that what it's come to?
Right. This guy's called out in the comments as this is a racist post. He goes, no, what? How am I being racist? Because you are being racist.
They don't even, well, like Bill Maher once said, the new racism is people who don't know they're racist. That's the new racism. You know, and it's true. Like, they don't get it. And there's lots of times where I'm actually proud because there are more white people who stand up. One time, like, one of the businesses that we provide for, I was there and I was real shocked. Like, one of the guys had said something, because it was Martin Luther King Day, and there's always that one asshole who makes the comment about whatever, like, I can't believe this is a holiday. I can't believe you guys are working today. I can't believe if you want to even call this a holiday. And then the guy had said, both the guys were standing out there, the receivers, and the one guy said, well, I just don't understand why we don't have like a White History Month. And the one guy, he goes, dude, every other month is White History Month. He's like, he goes, you know, I used to be like you. I used to think that way. And it's not the right way to think. And I was like, oh my God, this is the coolest thing. Like, I was like happy because this guy's always like, I mean, he's a proud gun owner, always talking about his guns. And I was like, I couldn't believe that he stood up to the other guy and said, hey, that's wrong, and called him out. Like, he did it like in a nice way, but it's like, yeah, dude, your view is a little warped there.
Yeah. I mean,
wake up. And it's like more people, like, I love how white people always like to call us, those of us on the left, as woke. I got a message for you. You guys need to wake up. Quit hitting snooze. Get up. learn some stuff because you're the one. Half the time when you guys talk, sometimes, most of the time, I actually feel sorry for you because you don't even realize how undereducated and stupid you sound. So there's a part of me who actually feels sympathy for you because of your age, because some of you are even fucking older than me. And I'm like, why have you never learned things? Like, have you ever, like, I know you've heard of books. Have you ever watched them? Or have you ever read them? And, like, watched them. I was getting ahead of myself. There are other things on Netflix and TV other than, like, I don't know, reality shows, or do you really have to watch to see who wins out of a singing competition? Do you have to know that? I'll give you that. You guys are more woke than me on that. You can kick my ass at naming all of the American Idols that there ever have been. I can probably only name a few. I'll give you that. But it's like, watch a documentary every now and then. You know, watch something that actually teaches you some importance.
I tapped out of American Idol when Daughtry was robbed that year.
Oh, I do.
Because Daughtry should have won that
I
one.
like Daughtry. Yeah, wasn't that the year that like Howard Stern made people call in and vote for Sanjaya?
I think so. Yeah.
And so Sanjaya and the hosts were even mad that they're like, this is bullcrap that Daughtry got voted out. Like, I like Daughtry. I like that song, No Surprise. It reminds me of like one of my relationships.
What are we drinking today?
We are drinking Paradise Sour from Love Lady Brewing.
And where are they based out of? Do you know?
In Henderson, like the old part of Henderson. I stopped there and grabbed us some on the way back.
God, why didn't we do this podcast up there? I was up there too this morning. I was in
I know, we should have. We should have just, we should have just kept it in Vegas.
I know.
We didn't plan. We're not planners.
Yeah.
Sometimes
we improvise everything.
We're like fly by the seat kind of folks, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's a combination of bad timing and poor planning.
Yeah.
Because we do try to plan stuff, then we just kind of wing it. But we've got a really good one coming up. I think everybody will like. It'll be a little bit more lighthearted and funny. Let's see. Hopefully, maybe some more talk about aliens, and then in 2 weeks, PETA from Bootsy's Delta Funk Barbecue is going to be coming into town, and we're going to be doing something with him on air. We're still working out the details on that, but that should be a fun one. We're going to have to do that one midweek, though, because you'll be gone.
Yeah, but I'll be back on Sunday.
Okay.
Yeah, because I have to take my dad while I'm in...
Well, it is Father's Day that
While
weekend.
I'm in Phoenix, I have to take my dad out for dinner on Saturday, because I don't want to do it on actual Father's Day.
Right. I think that'll be a good one, and I think we'll open that one up, and whoever wants to come down and join us on it, we'll provide the details on our social media, and hopefully by next week, when we record this, we'll have more details on that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Was there anything
I'm going to
else?
do the thing where only cool people are invited to the picnic. Only cool people are invited to the barbecue.
Yeah. We might have to be a little bit selective there.
Yeah. Only the cool white people can come to the barbecue.
What, we're going to profile?
Yeah. No, none of the... I'm sorry, but no, I'm not sorry. No Trump humpers are allowed.
Oh, well.
They ain't coming.
Well, they wouldn't like this.
They ain't coming
shouting us
They ain't
down.
coming to the barbecue. Like, none of the people in town that we, like, tolerate because we live here, they're not, like, the people that we just tolerate, they're not coming. Only the cool people.
Can you believe that Brett Terhune is the only one that sent us a nasty message in 50 episodes with all the liberal shit we talk about on here?
No, why are...
You think we'd get all sorts of hate mail, and that'd be fun too.
Yeah, but do you give them an email to hate us at?
They can just message us on social media,
Oh.
Instagram or Facebook. You can get messages there.
Yeah,
We
why
don't have
would
an
they?
email. I don't know.
I'm surprised we haven't gotten any.
Email.
They're not listening then. They're not listening. There's no way we wouldn't get hate mail.
Well,
By all those keyboard warriors? Are you kidding me?
maybe that means that one side is winning on that, and our side is
Good.
a lot more love than hate out in the world, which is what we need.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll probably keep this one a bit on the shorter side because we were ill prepared, but I'm going to leave you with.
What is that noise?
Oh, see, that's my voice giving out. That's why we can't keep this on, God, doing the karaoke, I blew my voice out last night.
Okay.
But hey, this is a little bit me doing karaoke last night. Okay, I did record it.
Oh my God. Okay, I gotta hear this.
Are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Okay, all right, here we go. Well, wait, we've got an ad for 3, 2, 1, and...
Shut up. Lady Gaga?
Who doesn't love Lady Gaga?
No, I'm glad that you did Lady Gaga. I would do Lady Gaga. Like, no, a song. Like, I'm not into her like that way. But... Not that she's not hot, but...
I wanna hold 'em like they do in Texas plays. Hold 'em, let 'em hit me, raise it, baby, stay with me. I love it. Looking intuition, play the cards with space to start.
Sing along, Snow.
And after he's been
I'm dancing.
play the one that's on his heart. Oh, 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 oh. I'll get him hard, show him what I got.
Was he singing this to Ben Affleck? Was it on that episode?
I think so.
I'll get him hard, show
Way to break the fourth wall there.
Carry man, no he can't read my poker face. She's got me like nobody.
Okay, and with that, we'll wrap this episode up, and we will talk to you next week. Bye. Bye.